Somebody in Texas hit me up and said the state capitol building was, Tartarian suspect. So I looked into it and, yeah. Oh, I got they ass now. Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here. A lot of things, what they want to do, they just did this with the Notre Dame building. What the white NPCs like to do is they like to construct a imaginary fire, right? Because this is what it does. If I can convince you there was a fire in your head, you're going to go, oh my God, it burned down, right? And then you're going to look up and go, oh, it's here. They reported, they told me they burnt it down. And then they told me they rebuilt it. So they built it. So that's what they like to do. They love to implement the fire, because once you can implement the fire and then you see it there, it goes, oh wow, there was a fire. Oh wow, they rebuilt it and it's so beautiful. Just like Notre Dame, which they didn't rebuild that. You understand? The same way they didn't rebuild this. I'm going to show you. Austin, Texas, y'all are a bunch of liars. Look at the symmetry of this. Look at the symmetry. Look at the symmetry of that. You actually think they built this? You gotta be fucking kidding. In 1880 something? With what lasers did you measure this with? Look at that formation right there. This whole thing, this is a sigil. These boxy, ugly buildings aren't supposed to be here. Y'all know this was part of a grid. The state capitol building was built between 1882 and 1888. Sure it was. Down here, this is the crazy part. A design competition was held for the new capitol. Look at this. The limestone capitol caught fire. Got your ass. They got lies all over the place. You see, they tried to create this lie because if you can convince people, oh, the granite building was constructed, the state capitol was a modest wooden structure. Who builds a state capitol out of wood, you morons? And then you put this depiction up here, right, to convince people that it burned. Because, of course, we're supposed to believe this is fucking fire. Look at the background. Like, what is that? Morons. And then, of course, I went back to a time before you guys said there was a fire. It was 1881. I went back past 1881 and got this photo. I'm sorry, that's not made out of wood. Okay, now that's their first lie. Let's go back to their second lie. A design competition was held for the new capitol. No, it wasn't. How was a design competition held when the capitol in Texas looks like the capitol in Washington, that looks like the capitol in Louisiana, that looks like the capitol in Colorado, that looks like the capitol in what? Excuse me? Y'all don't think I got receipts? A design competition. A design competition? Texas, sit your ass right there. Oh, Texas, y'all want to tell me y'all had a competition? Y'all had a competition to figure out what? Who was going to build their Capitol building like everybody else's Capitol building? I'm sorry, Texas. What? Oh, a competition was designed. What competition was designed? This is the kind of lying bullshit they come up with to confiscate these Tartarian structures. Tartarian. That's Tartarian. That's Tartarian. That's Tartarian. That's Tartarian. And that's Tartarian. I'm sorry. There was no white NPC named Ralph Mindaham or Ralph White MP, whatever his name wants to be. Whatever white NPC wants to make up some lie, they did not design these buildings. As you can see, they are all designed the same. Granite, quartz, crystal, stone. Inside, they're adorned with marble. Let's go a step further. Let's keep this moving. The limestone capitol caught fire. The limestone capitol caught fire? That's how slow y'all are. Y'all outside in Austin, Texas, living like this, with horse and buggy. Look in the background. Horse and buggy. Design competition was held. Limestone Capitol caught fire. They said this. Limestone caught fire. Limestone burns or undergoes a chemical reaction called calcination at a temperature around 900 degrees Celsius. Calcination, it doesn't burn. Is limestone flammable? What does that say, y'all? It's non-combustible. What did I just do? I just blew up all of their World Fair shit. All of their World Fair. Every time they wanted to say that a Tartarian structure made out of limestone, sandstone, or granite burnt down, you now know it's non-combustible. Limestone is known to be a fire-resistant material, which makes it a wise choice to have a limestone fireplace. What do you think those fireplaces are made out of that I showed you in my fireplace video? Let's go. Let's go back over here, because we got to smack the white NPCs one more time. Limestone Capitol. The Limestone Capitol caught fire. If y'all are not the dumbest, most lioness fraud in history. Actually, limestone, when heated, turns into a more coarsely crystalline and sometimes banded rock called what? Marble. What are Tartarian structures made out of? Basically, limestone and marble. Marble is created when limestone or dolomite is subjected to intense heat and pressure deep within the earth crust. So I'm sorry, Texas. With all those lion-ass masons y'all got over there. Even if you would have burnt the building, and the building's made out of limestone, the building would have just turned to marble. Sometimes just look at the people slogging around. Look at these people. They ain't building no grand, intricate, sacred geometry fee ratio. Y'all think these people, look at this. Look at this. Look at these sad construction. This is supposed to be construction. Construction. Give me a break. Y'all were in there constructing this? What? In 1880, yeah. With what tools? Oh, y'all built this in 1880? 1880. Really? That's marble. Carved into the floor. Look at the coat of arms. That says the Kingdom of Spain. Do you know why? Who ruled Spain? Yeah. That's why you see Spain right there. Unless y'all want to believe that them white NPCs came in here and all of a sudden they just started to cut marble with no marble cutting tools. Look at that floor. San Jacinto? Who was talking about some San Jacinto in 1880? Look at the ceiling. Look at all the ether nodes. Look at all of these. What? Excuse me? You know goddamn well those white NPCs ain't have nothing to do with building this building. And y'all measured that with what lasers? And I'm sorry, you see this structure right here? Cannot be built by laymen's. Look at those stairs. Columns, Tartarian. This whole structure is Tartarian. So I'm sorry, Austin, Texas, but I'm taking this one too. Because when the mind is blind, the eyes can't see.